So I believe we can do better. But it was a fair match. It was nil-nil. But like we said, I expected this from Mose though. I expected it from Mose. So it wasn't surprise for me seeing Mose packing the bus. So I also listened to his post match conference. It was like he was unhappy. He wanted the 3 points. How do you want the 3 points when you have a 35% of percentage against Chelsea? You are mostly defending for the whole 90 minutes, and you're telling us you are hungry. Mourinho, get the hell out of here, man. That's the typical life for you. You're playing games with us. So imagine we take those chances we excluded. You are saying that you are not happy with the kind of way you should have told him that your team was not happy with the way they are playing because you guys were just parking the bus and doing absolutely nothing. You're only waiting on the counter, and you should be very grateful that Tammy Abraham and Hakim Ziyech didn't take their chances. If not, you'll have been 4-0 or 3-0 down. So it's what it is, man. You can't come to the post match and telling us the dressing room is not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about what? How many chances did you see? Nothing. So how do you tell us you're not happy about chances you mean about the way you play, man? Don't play games with us, man. Or say don't do that, don't do that. No, 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 no. You're a top manager. You don't say that kind of bullshit on the post match reaction now. It's a fair result for both teams. It's a 1-1, so we understand. It's a fair result, but you can't be coming and telling us you are not happy because no, 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 no. You can't do that.
Hello,
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. How
hello.
you
Can
doing
you hear
outside?
me? I'm good. I'm good. I'm not down. I'm a little bit disappointed by Chelsea's performance. But
So
I don't know. Maybe when
how
we
do you
get
see the
right
match?
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I told you before the game. I said my prediction, and you doubted me.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did say
Call me
new
the
name. Yeah.
octopus.
Mm-hmm.
Call me the octopus. I told you to end in a draw, and you doubted me.
Why do you think it will be? Do you
You
think that
know.
because it's Jose and the way Jose plays?
I felt it to end in a draw. I'm not gonna lie, I had emotional reasons I told you about. My emotional, sentimental connection to Jose Mourinho. But that aside, I felt it was gonna end in a draw because Jose Mourinho, typical Jose Mourinho. Number one, he wants to be
Mm-hmm.
defensive, and this season so far, Tottenham have done well. These two teams have two of the best defense in the league. At the same time, they have two of the best offense in terms of goals scored this season. So um their statistics are almost similar, almost identical, right? And I also
But
know
okay,
that
but
Chelsea's
do you think
chances of
Lampard really plays safe against us? I believe he
I'm
should have
coming, I'm
done more.
coming, I'm coming. Let me
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except you want us to rush it. But let me answer the first question you
Mm-hmm.
asked. Why I felt it was going to end in a draw. I analyzed both teams, analyzed both managers, and I realized it was going to be this. Chelsea have upped their game defensively. Their defense is more solid. Tottenham, of course, with Jose Mourinho, have become more solid defensively. Chelsea, on the other hand, even if they may be the better side on paper, they do
Mm-hmm.
not know how to open up defenses yet. Do you get me? They do not know, and I knew the odds of Lampard starting Pulisic. This game was crying for Pulisic at a very early stage.
Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
At a very early stage, he didn't bring in Pulisic. Pulisic should have made a world of difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I felt Chelsea will not have enough. Mourinho obviously knows how to control Chelsea when Chelsea has possession. So I felt Chelsea may be too
Mm-hmm.
naive and not know how to open up the Tottenham, a resolute Tottenham defense, a resolute Tottenham side that doesn't mind giving up possession, and that was what we saw today. With regards to Chelsea,
Yeah.
sorry, ask your second question. Go on.
Okay. So how you doing, Yangi?
Sorry.
Hello, how you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, I can go ahead, officer. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's why I predicted that it was going to end in a draw. Chelsea has a good defense thanks to Thiago Silva.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham have a good defense, thanks to Jose Mourinho and what he has done with the side. I knew Mourinho was going to relinquish possession, and let Chelsea run around with possession. And he knows how to control Chelsea, even when Chelsea has higher possession. Now, Chelsea does, as I said, does not yet know or does not have the players, or as it happened from the start, did not have the right players um, available to open the defense, right?
Yeah.
I knew that Lampard was not going to start Christian Pulisic because of the injury. I knew he would start the same players he started, especially the forward line. So I knew that Chelsea was going to struggle, to score goals enough to win the game. Um, and my prediction just clicked.
So, how do you feel the performance? Were you overall happy with the performance, or because I listened to Sisson post, it was like he was angry and unhappy because of he didn't win the match. And I questioned him like, "How you telling me to say you're a top manager? You can't tell me you are angry with the I mean, you had 30 something possession. You're literally packing the bus from the get go to the whole 90 minutes. You can't tell me you're not happy. It was a fair result it was a fair result for both. We should have beaten them 3 or 4 if Tammy Abraham and Hakim Ziyech took their chances. It should have been 3-0
Yeah,
already. Because Tammy Abraham see
exactly.
two
But that's the
chances
thing.
which James gave to him. He missed it. Olivier Giroud came in. Should have looked Igoloris. He also missed chances. Hakim Ziyech same thing too. Those chances, if we were converted, it should have been 4-0 already. So she should not complain. She should be grateful that those chances we saw, we didn't take it. If not, it should have been different,
Exactly.
different scenario entirely.
Exactly. You know what? To be honest, Tottenham should be the happiest side after this draw. Tottenham are
Mm-hmm.
actually the bigger winners because they managed to control Chelsea, even though Chelsea had possession.
Yeah.
Chelsea had they had chances to score goals, but the onus was on Chelsea to score, and Chelsea failed to score. Tottenham did what everybody expected Mourinho to do: come and be defensive. Remember what they did with Manchester City? Come and they'll let you have the ball, but they'll get what they want at the end of the. Even look at, I think it was 10 minutes to the end of the
Mm-hmm.
game. Mourinho took off Bergwijn and brought on a defender, right? Because he was, he was comfortable with a draw at that point. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like yes, he was angry, but Chelsea should have been the side to have won the game. I think Chelsea played better than they did today. Kovacic did not have a good game in my opinion. Chelsea have played better, but one way or the other, the decisions were wrong. The pitching was wrong. It was poor and all that. So, Tottenham are actually the bigger winners. They went away and got a single point at
Yeah, it's
Stamford Bridge.
typical. We already know it's typical. You say that's how we say set up. So we already know what to say. That's how it's set up. But my issue to say why was he even complaining about like the dressing room is not happy, we're not happy. What chances do you see to be at Chelsea? That no chances.
Of course,
No
he's not
chances.
happy. It doesn't matter. The point was he set up his
Is
team to win.
Lampard too happy? Lampard was not happy now because if those
Wait, who
chances
is
we
not
saw,
happy? Who is not happy, and why should
Mourinho
he not
said
be
he wasn't
happy?
happy.
I'm listening. What do you say?
No, I'm wondering why he's not happy. You came to the bridge.
No, he
You
said he
you
said he post he said he was angry because he didn't take 3 points and it was like the dressing room was not. And I question is Lampard too happy because if Tammy Abraham those chances Rhys James was giving him, if he'd have taken part of those chances, it's goal. Hakim Dias to the same is goal.
exactly,
Olivier Giroud too is goal. That's
exactly.
4-0 already. So it's gonna be a different conversation already. So it should have 1-1 is a fair result. You should just let go. It's 1-1 is a fair result. So you can't come out and tell us
Zero, zero, zero. You
I'm not
mean
happy, I'm hungry. No. That's an excuse for
zero,
me.
zero?
You're
You
just
mean
playing games. Go for it, go for it.
no? I'm just. I mean, well, it's a good game, a highly balanced game. It's the kind of
Mhm.
game that the. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I said it's a highly balanced game. It's the kind of game that the neutrals would enjoy more.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, we as fans, we were a little bit edgy at some point, and at some other point, we wanted the win. We were going for it and all that. But if you look at the game from I love the way we played today. It wasn't totally bad. Definitely, we knew who we were going to play against. Mourinho. Mourinho would rather take a draw than lose that game, and he set up. That was exactly what he came out to do. I mean, at some point, you look into the game. Son and Hurricane were lost in the game. They were totally cut out from the game, totally. So you know that they were ultra defensive. The 4 defenders at the back for Tottenham didn't come out at any point in time. They were not coming out at all. So he clearly came there to just at least pick a point. So I'm surprised when he's saying that he's not happy again after getting a point. For me, it's more like a point one for Tottenham than for we, because, like you said, we could have taken our chances. We did not take our chances. What's his name? Tammy Abraham. You have the height. You have the height. He's the only player that I can remember right now who is tall but prefers to use the leg rather than the head.
Olivier,
You have an
I think that is
advantage.
what you need to come. I blame Lampard a little bit in that substitution. You should have brought on Giroud early. Take out Abraham
Early, yes.
Exactly.
like 60. Bring in
Exactly.
Christian Pulisic and Olivier Giroud together early. Let them invent
Even
those
Christian
matches. Look at
Pulisic,
those
they brought on
crosses.
Pulisic
That is what
earlier.
kind of cross Olivier Giroud needs.
Those crosses were perfect Olivier Giroud goals. Perfect Olivier Giroud goals. And Tammy was falling backwards. You have your head to use. You have an advantage over the defender, and you're falling backwards for crying out loud.
Look at the foul. You remember the foul he committed when Timo Werner was breaking through, and he
Yeah,
unnecessarily went to drag this guy down
exactly.
away from the
You off
ball.
the ball. Off the ball. You don't need it. You don't need it. You're on goal.
Um, sorry, I think I disagree with you people when you cheat Mourinho for complaining about or being disappointed, because here is the thing. You guys are saying
You know
Mourinho
you
was
like
supposed to.
Mourinho. You know you like
No, no, no,
Mourinho.
no, no. I'm coming. It's not
You
about
know
me liking
you
Mourinho. It's about what was expected. You guys are judging him based on your own standard, but he has his own standard, and that his standard is how what he expected to be applied for him, or what he expected to work for him.
What's the
He did not
standard, if
come
I
to
may
play the
ask?
ball. That's what I'm saying. He did not come to drag the ball with you. Just as he said in the last game against Manchester City, after Manchester City game, that they said Pep had an interview. I talked about Pep, Man City having more possession, and he said yes, they can take the ball home. He take the 3 points. It's not about the possession. It's not even about attacking. It's not, if it's one counter attack and he wins the ball, that's what he set his team up to do, and to him that's enough victory,
Well, if
right?
that is what he came
So
out to
it's so
do,
so
then
that's what
I
he's
cannot still give him credit. I cannot still give him credit because the duo of Silva and Zuma practically cut him out throughout the game. They could not do their counter. You saw it at every
Can you
point
let
in
me
time.
finish? Can you let me finish, Miyangi? Here's the thing.
Okay.
As I said, they are the biggest winners. You are at home, you had the possession. They also cut you out. That's the point. The point of the football game is for the highest goal scorer to win the game. You feel you're better, but could not outscore them. They shot you and stopped you from scoring. It's as simple as that. Whether you missed your chances or you had half chances, the point was you could not
Well,
convert. The pressure
a
was enough
football
on
game
you
is
for
about
you not to
a
convert.
football game is about winning. It's not about home or away. The first thing about football is to win. So even if you don't win, I can't count that as a win for them. A
Exactly,
football
but they
game
got
is
one
about
point
winning.
as you. So what does ball possession count for? It doesn't count for anything either. It's as simple as that. If you're talking about a home and they were not counting for anything, ball possession also does not count for anything, and that's what Mourinho is looking at. I don't care about ball possession. I care about getting the points, and he got the points. He split the points evenly. The first time Tottenham is splitting points in an away game, league game this season.
Well,
He
if you
should
look
be
at it,
upset
that
because
I well, I would not be upset because let's be fair. Tottenham are also informed. They're a good side. They are topping the table. They're a good side. So it's not like we're expecting to just
no.
run over them.
Chelsea are the
No, no,
bigger losers,
no.
because
Today,
on paper
today,
Chelsea should beat Tottenham.
no. Going into the game, who was at the on top of the table? Chelsea or
On
Tottenham?
paper, on
Who is
paper,
higher? No,
Chelsea.
no.
It's
When you
not
say
about
on
just
paper,
about
you look
inside.
at the
That's why.
table. You look
Okay,
at the table.
would you now say because of that you're talking about Manchester City? You now say going into the game because Southampton are ahead of Manchester City. So
Exactly,
Southampton,
by
that's
form,
because
yes. By form,
no,
yes.
but it doesn't work that way.
That
Abdullah,
is how it
sorry,
works.
Miyagi, I get you to some money on Southampton to beat Man City the next time they beat.
Oh no, until the next time, we will look at both of them's form. But right now,
See, it's not.
Southampton
No,
are more
no, no, no,
informed.
no. That is why I said
That
on
is the way it
paper.
is. That's what you call
No,
paper.
but that's
That's
not.
what
No,
you call
that's not the
paper.
way it is. No, that's not the way it is. In
No,
reality,
no,
that is
that's what
only
you
the
call
way it
paper.
is.
When you say
10,
on
10
paper, it
times,
shows who is on
10%,
form.
10%. Well, at
When you
least
say on
obviously,
paper, it shows who is on form.
despite the way
And when you're
my
looking at
point basically is the despite the way whatever um 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 approach you guys that to his style of football, the point was he ended of getting the same results, end product as the other person that attacked and had all the ball. And he's even the one coming out to say he's upset because he had the meanwhile, he's the
No,
person that
that's the typical Mourinho jibe. I wouldn't take it with a pinch of salt at all.
he
That's
expected
the
to win
typical
his way.
Mourinho way. You know
That's the
Mourinho
simple
would
thing.
always have
As a
something.
matter of fact, you
You
should be
see.
upset that
You know Mourinho would always have
you should
something
be
to
upset
say.
that Lampard. No, you should actually be upset that Lampard is not upset and is satisfied with the point split. That is not the mentality.
I can't.
That whether
I
it's home
refuse to
or
be. I
away.
refuse. For this game, I refuse to be upset because it was an evenly balanced game from two teams that were in form. Let's not forget that
Chelsea,
two teams that were in
Chelsea could
form.
have done
We are
better
not playing against
from the
West Brom. We
substitution.
are not playing against
From the
Fulham.
substitutions, we didn't know. We didn't I agree, but we didn't give. In my opinion, we didn't give Tottenham so much work to do. We didn't give them so much work to
Because they
do.
didn't have any work to do. All they were doing was defend.
That's the
Did
point.
you
They
see
didn't
Son in
give
this
them
game?
so.
Did you see
When
Son
I
in
say
this
we
game at
didn't give
all?
them, can you just calm down and understand what I'm saying? We didn't give them so much work to do in the sense that we did not attack so much for them to be frightened.
But we
How many
did.
shots
You are
did we
trying
have
to.
on
You are trying
target?
to. You no. You are trying to belittle. You are
Huh?
trying to belittle Tottenham's work in defense today. They defended.
You're,
They were astute
you,
in their
you're,
defending. In the first half, they were playing one man marking. Everybody marked somebody. They didn't give
right.
Chelsea an
Was
opportunity
the
to
point
play.
is they came with a perfect game plan to neutralize you, and they did it. You also did the same
And
thing to
so
neutralize them. So
okay,
it's
if
50-50.
that is the point he came with, that is the game plan he came with, and he neutralized it. So why is he angry again? That is what I'm saying.
He's
That is a
because
typical
he
Mourinho.
wanted
He's
more
just
for
trying.
himself.
He
It's
No,
that
cannot
offside,
want
offside,
more when
mentality.
you
offside,
That's the
cannot
offside.
you
mentality.
cannot you cannot
That's the
want
winner
more
mentality.
when you're here to
No, offside,
defend.
chill, chill, chill.
You
What
cannot
do
you
you mean
cannot
he
I
want
can
more
cannot
from
want
a
more?
understand.
game.
He has
You cannot want more
a
from a game
style,
that you're
and the style has
defending.
obviously won him to this point. It
He
doesn't
won
matter.
him a
It
point,
has
not
ended
a
him.
win.
What are
Offside,
you?
chill,
No,
chill,
you're
chill. Calm. See, I listened to the post-match reaction, and I kind of hear what to say.
not
See,
listening
as a
defend
Chelsea fan,
and
I am
get upset
angry.
that he didn't win. And I'm
Why
saying
am
in the previous game he has this approach and he has gotten results, and he's upset that
yeah?
he did not get the desired results in this game. And you're
Because he
saying he
didn't
doesn't have
play
any
very
right
well.
to
He
do.
didn't play
What are you
nothing. He was
saying?
just packing the bug from the first minute to
But
night.
it's the
He should
same
not come
way.
out and tell us. No,
What are you that played? What did you achieve better? You didn't achieve anything.
it's a failure. It's a failure for both
You didn't do
teams.
Offside,
anything
That's
better
why
than
I'm
offside,
not
him.
angry.
offside,
What are you
Go ahead.
saying?
offside. He came here with a plan.
I'm listening.
What was his plan? To
To
defend,
draw. Exactly.
to draw. Did he get it? Yes.
Eh?
So why is he angry again? No, I want to understand why is he angry. You came here with a plan. Your plan got executed. Was he looking for a win?
No, I don't think so. Because in
So
the second half,
exactly.
Okay, so
Harry Kane and Son were
his comment,
invisible. They were
They were
invisible.
invisible throughout.
his
So why will you tell
Throughout.
me you are
comments
angry
and
that he
his
could have
actions
gotten
suggest that
extra? Extra what
you
does
asked
he
the
want to
question.
get?
What
I
aside
don't
did he want to get
understand.
again? He came here.
The
He
same
came here
way
to
he
draw
said
them. He didn't even come to win.
the
Did
same
they
way.
have any shot on target? What shot on target did they have?
So Chelsea that had shots on target, what did Chelsea achieve then?
Exactly, that is the point. He has no reason to be angry because he has gotten what he
No, that's
wanted.
not the
So
point.
him
He
saying he could
had
have
every
gotten,
reason because he set
he's
up his.
saying he could
This is
have
not the
gotten
first
more.
time he set. When you're done,
He's
I'll
saying he
speak.
could
So we
have
don't have.
gotten more
So
is a no-no for me.
when you're done, I'll speak. So it doesn't seem like arguing over that. I mean, I'm
Be
he
shouting.
angry. Go,
he
go for it.
he he's saying he could have gotten more is a no-no for me because you came with a game plan, you wanted to draw, and you have gotten that draw already. So there's not how many attacks did they get on target? None. Kane was invincible, Son was invincible, and you're telling me you could have gotten more. What more do you want to get? What did Lo Celso do when he came on? What did the other guy do when he came on? They were
Nothing.
practically
Absolutely
all
nothing.
off. So, fine, I agree with you if you say he came with a plan and he got his plan. Fine, but don't tell me that he said he's angry because he could have gotten more. Gotten more from what?
Do you know what? Roy Kane said of mine? He said it was only playing game with everybody. Now, how can you go to that? How
Exactly.
can you tell us that
That's what
everybody that
I'm
you
trying
watching
to
match
let.
that you tell
That's
us
what I'm trying to
you
let
want to win
offset
and you pack the
understand.
bus. Roy Kane said he packed the
You
bus
want
from
to
the
win, you
first
pack the
minute to the
bus, and you're
90
telling me
minutes, and you
you're
want to win that
angry.
match. How can you win that match?
Angry that what?
How? How can you win the match when they already packed the bus from
He's
the
just playing typical mind games.
mind games?
Typical
That's
mind
what
game. That's typical
Roy Kane
Mourinho
was
for
saying.
you.
That's what Roy Kane was saying, that he's playing the mind games. Why is he angry in the dressing room? You
You're
tell your
angry
player to
that
defend
what?
from the minute of one.
to the 90 minutes. He said, we can
To
even
the
say if
90th
Chelsea were
minute.
clinical enough, it would have been beaten 4-0 if they're clinical enough. You should be grateful that it's a fair result for both teams.
He
Why is he
should be
getting
very,
angry?
very grateful.
Very
Angry that
grateful.
what?
Tammy Abraham missed 2 chances. Hakim Ziyech missed a sitter too. Should have been 4-0 already. 4 solid nil.
Sissoko
So you
was
should be grateful.
neutralized. Bergwijn was out. What's his name? The
So
one they just brought, their left
Harry
back.
Kane and Son did not play nothing.
Harry
They
Kane
were
and Son
invisible.
nowhere. The left
Nowhere.
back, Reguilon. How many crosses? How many pullouts did Reguilon do today? None.
Nothing.
Nothing. They all just came to defend.
He came to defend.
I will give Eric Dyer kudos because he defended well. He stopped
Yes.
Tammy Abraham from doing his
Where
work.
I blame
Fine.
Lampard was in the 60th and 65 minutes. Bring on Olivier Giroud and Christian Pulisic. Don't bring them late because you need goals. Bring them early.
As a matter of fact, I would even blame James too because as at when Giroud came in, he was not giving the crosses again. The type
Exactly.
of crosses that he was giving to Tammy, if he had moved
He
the ball
didn't.
forward more, he didn't give it again.
Exactly. We missed
You can't
several
be
chances.
giving
We should have
exactly.
beaten
You
them.
can't be.
We missed too many chances. Too many. Way too many chances. Way too many.
We were clearly comfortable on the ball every time we were attacking. We were clearly comfortable. Chelsea
Yeah.
was clearly ahead of them today. We can't say Tottenham is an attacking side. Kane is a world-class striker. Son will damage any team any day, anytime. But Son was totally absent today. Kane was
It
totally
was
absent.
garbage.
Both of them at no point at no point did they even threaten the keeper. None.
None.
And you're telling me you're angry that he's just playing mind games.
What kind of, yeah, I'm even getting angry. I rate Mourinho, but going out and saying that it's for me.
20 minutes focusing on the opposition manager and haven't said anything about Chelsea's own manager and how he should have made sure or done things better for Chelsea to win the game.
Yeah, see, I understand. I understand that, but for me, the formation they played was the perfect formation.
Thank you. It was the perfect
wanted.
formation.
Kovacic, N'Golo Kante, and Mason Mount was I have no argument with that formation. But my argument with Lampard was like, we should have made the substitution earlier. Pulisic and Olivier Giroud are coming on 65 or later 65 minutes, bring them on. Abraham was invisible in that match. Take him out. Just take him out. I understand you are very loyal. The way you want Abraham, I can understand that. But take him out early. Because what? You need goals. 2 chances you missed. The camera was showing Olivier Giroud like, this chance, he was shaking his head that imagine this is me. This is a go back for me.
I always say this thing. The point of substitution is for them to make impact in the game, not for you to be bringing them in 72 minutes, 75 minutes. They won't do anything. They won't do anything. Give them game time to play.
Bring them on.
You know what a Pulisic can do on his day. If you want to bring him on in 60 minutes.
Yes. Let him impact that match. Because
we need impact the game.
Those team need gunners. We need gunners in that team. Let him impact that match. Let him impact it. Make him.
If that game continued, Giroud would have scored.
Yes.
We would have gotten at least one more goal if there was more time.
Mm-hmm. Overall match, it was a fair result for me. It was a fair result.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to let offside understand.
It was a fair result. Offside logic in which she kind of put out the word. But offside, see, this is Mourinho. We know Mourinho from day one.
It's typical Mourinho. I won't even take it from him at all.
Typical Mourinho. Now mind games. We know Mourinho. Now mind games. Because before the match, it was like we are going to Chelsea to go and win. I was laughing when he was saying. I was just laughing. You want to come and win at the bridge? Do you know the record at the bridge? Then I was laughing. I was just laughing. But when the match, I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. And when the match, I was even shaking my head. How did Mourinho come to Chelsea and come and pack a pass and go? He did not even attack Chelsea. He didn't attack apart from Bergwijn chances in the first half. He did not attack.
Even the commentator was saying it throughout the second half that this team has been invincible. I mean, you couldn't even see the attack line at all. They were totally outclassed in the second half.
None of them.
From a team that is on top of the table, from a team that is leading the log. No, now you say you want to come and win pre-match. Then in the whole 90 minutes you defend. Then you say you are angry that you could have gotten more. How? Where's the logic in that?
Where? That's my question. Where? How? Where?
I thought
I've
the
just
team
let you
was
guys.
balanced.
I've just let you guys. Just when we are done with Mourinho, we'll address other aspects of the game.
Oh
Before
yeah,
now,
start. What do you want to address again? But don't give us that Mourinho. Don't give us that Mourinho at
see
all.
me, Yangi. Can I talk? I don't want. Let's
Oh yeah,
because I'm
talk,
raising my
talk.
voice
I'm
here. I'm
listening.
almost.
Offside, yeah, talk. Right,
Oh
listening.
yeah,
I
talk.
understand if people do not agree with me. If people do not agree with me, that's good and fine. But here is the thing: no matter what we
Okay.
think of Mourinho's tactics, no matter how much we disagree with it, the point
Mm-hmm.
remains that he has been playing that style of football. He has been playing that brand of football. He
And
has been
winning
getting
matches,
the.
right?
Can I finish, please? And he has been playing it and
We
getting
are
the.
trying. We are
Can I?
we are going with you. We are going with you.
No, no. Then,
I'm
hello.
Go
enjoying
ahead,
this.
He has
finish
been
up.
playing that brand of football and he has been getting
Okay.
the desired results over the years, over big teams as well. Now, obviously, he set up his team coming into this game to do the same thing and hope on a counter attack. He did it just last weekend against Manchester City and he got the result. He did it. I think it was the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. Carabao Cup, yes, against Chelsea, and even though that game ended, I think it ended in a draw and went into penalties, and they won. Now, this particular game, he set up his team the exact way. We are the same people that talk about when we face teams like Barcelona, at the time, or face bigger teams. These guys are better than you when it comes to offensive football, or better than your style of play. What you have to do to nullify their threats. It's as simple as that. Football is about outscoring your opposition. He set up his team as he has always done in the past, and he got results in the past. He set up his team to do the same thing, hoping for that same style to give him the results he got in the past. And
Quick question.
I
What?
think, I,
Quick
I think,
question.
I think, I think it's
Quick
naive
question. Was this how they played in the Europa
naive to
League?
assume that the only way you can get that result or to get a victory is to play the same way that Chelsea played or to play an offensive style of football, because it's proven not to be the fact. He is or was disappointed at the time. I've not heard about it. I've not seen it in the news yet until Abdullahi brought it. He's disappointed and not happy for the fact that he did not get that same result. He did not get the counter attacking goal that he desired to win the game. It's a common statement. The same way Chelsea can come out and say, we set up our team to do this, but we still did not get the desired result, and I'm disappointed. It's pretty basic. I don't see why we may consider it being counterproductive based on the way he set up his team. It doesn't make sense because he did that in the past and he got the results. That's all I have to say. And on that case, I rest my case on Mourinho. My bigger grouse is with
No, don't
Lampard.
rest your case. So don't rest your case. So
Or my bigger grouse is with Lampard and the fact that he did not make the substitutions early on or earlier than from the first half. Christian Pulisic was needed in that game, right? But for whatever reason, he did not make the substitution until what? I think a couple of some minutes, yeah, I think 60 minutes to the end of the game. That wasn't enough time to effect change. And even when Pulisic came on, we saw what he did. Another thing, I know he wasn't so awful today, but I wasn't impressed by Chilwell's performance coming off the back of last game. Kovacic, I don't know, for whatever reason, he was supposed to be the guy carrying the ball and creating things in the attack. He did it a couple of times, but he did not do enough time as much as was needed. Sometimes the ball needs to before you pass the ball. I've seen Chelsea play better than they did today, and um, I wasn't impressed. If we had played as good as we played last season, or played as good as we can play, Chelsea would have won this game. That's my opinion. Oh yeah, fire me. You guys want to fire? You guys don't want to respond. Miyagi, is you? I'm waiting to hear your
I asked you a question.
voice.
I asked you a question. I said, was this how Tottenham played on Thursday in the Europa League?
No, not like this. They didn't play like this. They came out all out with that
Thank
because
you. They came out.
they came all out. I was expecting
Tottenham
them
is
to
an
come all out
attacking
against
side.
us. Yeah.
Tottenham is an attacking side. So I find it funny when people still say Mourinho is a defensive kind of play. No, he plays attacking football.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, it didn't work for him today.
Niyangi, the funnest part is after 70 minutes, Tottenham was already they were already tired already.
They were tired.
Tired already.
See substitutions, Bergwijn and Co. They were tired.
They were just running on. They were tired already.
Tottenham plays a counter-attacking football. They play good football. They are not an ultra-defensive side.
Yeah.
So I won't take it when people keep saying that's Tottenham, that's Mourinho's side of. No, Mourinho has
No,
done that in the past.
he came to defend today. He came to defend.
He
He did
just
not even
came
come
to
to win
defend today. This is not how Tottenham plays at all. He came
at
to
all.
defend because he wanted a point,
I
and he
was
has
angry
gotten
with
the
I
point.
was angry with Mourinho today because I wanted to attack us. Let's see how good that defense.
Attack,
I
let's
want
see.
yeah, test us. Let's see. Test us. Test us. Let's see how good that defense is.
Exactly.
Nothing at all.
I wanted
Nothing.
to I wanted to see Kane against the keeper. I wanted to see
Yes.
Kane against the keeper. I wanted to see what they could do.
Nothing. So I understand offside viewpoint in terms of that. I understand that viewpoint in terms of that. But you see, this is typical Mourinho. Now Mourinho. So we know. We know. So Mourinho should not come out and be playing games with us. That can work. I love Jose.
You could
But
have
coming
won
out and
a
saying that,
game that your opponent had 4 clear chances against your own, and you're telling me you
yes,
could have won. From where now?
where? Where?
Even the mistake that Zuma did that they got the ball, they couldn't have a good shot on target.
Exactly.
So where did the clear chance come from?
Imagine Duru scored that looping goal. It's gonna be going over. Imagine he scored that
That's the
looping goal.
end. So would
Imagine.
they have said he came to win?
Exactly. Imagine he scored that looping goal that he came in and scored. And that goal, Giroud is experienced enough to understand how to that ball should have if it was Timo Werner, that's a goal for me. If it was Hakim Ziyech, that's a goal because as a striker, that goal should have been a goal for Giroud. As an experienced Premier League proven striker, that ball should have been a goal for him. I understand he wanted to loop in Ugoloris, but at least calm down. Nobody's pursuing you. You are one-on-one. He has Ugoloris has already came out already. He came out.
Yeah.
Should have just put your foot on the ball very well, not just grip a little bit. Put it. Kill the game. 90 something when he kill the game. It's game over for Mourinho.
Just kill the game. As in shut him up totally. Don't give him an
Exactly.
opportunity to talk.
Exactly.
You know it's Mourinho, he would always have something to say.
Massive something because of this, because of that. Today, I didn't even if there was VR today. I didn't even know.
I'm
Because
not
it
sure.
wasn't
Maybe winners go.
So you're criticizing Giroud for
no,
not
I didn't know. I said you should have scored
No,
that goal
it's not a
because
criticism.
you're complaining that Giroud did not finish that chance, golden chance.
yeah,
And then
because as
you're
a
finding a
probably
way to
goes
link it to Mourinho again. Habba mana. Habba.
How now?
no, what I'm
Yes,
saying
now
is that
by saying
no,
shut Mourinho up.
Yes, because if the goal had gone in, he wouldn't have had a chance to get into your head
My
to
point
tell you
is,
that he could
why
have
not
gotten
just
something.
address the performance of your player? When you are talking about Mourinho, you did not connect that to Chelsea's performance.
yeah,
Now
we
you're
can
criticizing
we can talk we can debate
But
about Chelsea.
it's two sides that played, so we have to talk about both of them, not just Chelsea alone.
No, I'm not talking about two sides. Simply put, Giroud failed to finish the chance, and then you're talking again about. You see what the biggest problem Mourinho haters have is the fact that he speaks.
Please, we are
and
not
he
Mourinho
talks.
haters. Please, we are not
I don't
Mourinho
hate
haters.
Mourinho
I like Mourinho.
We don't
Mourinho
hate
is
Mourinho, please.
I don't
to be
hate it, but
objective,
coming
right?
out in that press conference and telling us that he should have gotten more in this match, not like
In this same
maybe I
match,
didn't watch that match. This match I'm watching, I just finished watching. Should have gotten more apart from the draw. Maybe
He should have
3
gotten
points.
more.
Then Mourinho is stupid for saying that for me. As a fan, he's stupid for saying that. He is.
A case whereby someone reads or prepares themselves and goes to an exam hall, and they expect to do well in the exam hall. To the best of their ability, they prepared as much as they could, and then they go to the exam hall, and okay, this may not be an ideal example because I don't know what you call a draw, but then
thank God you know it's not ideal already.
they go into an exam hall, and maybe instead of getting an A, they get a B plus. And then they know within themselves, they wrote enough, they did well enough to get an A. They expected an A. It's as simple as that. He knows he prepared well enough.
It's not as
And
simple as that.
truthfully to him, he did enough because he was able to stop the opposition from countering against him. It's as simple as that.
But did they
Oh,
But
attack?
as I said,
I can
Did they
understand that.
attack?
Offside. I can
what do you mean
understand that.
did he attack?
Did he attack?
What do you mean did he attack? It's not about the result. What's the difference
I'm
between
using your
both
I'm
teams?
using your analogy. I'm using your analogy for you now. You said a
My
student goes
analogy
into the
does not
hall,
address
writing
my
well,
analogy.
hoping to get a B, hoping to get an A, but he got a B. You cannot go into a hall without reading, without doing anything, then
That
hoping
is
to get
what
an
I'm
A
saying.
because you
That
got
is
a
what
B.
I'm saying. But he prepared to
He
the
did
best of his ability.
for you to know.
It
He
is you.
prepared to
No.
defend.
You're the
Offside,
one. To you.
offside.
No. The mistake you're making is you wanted him to play the way you wanted him to play, but he does not play the
No,
way
no,
you
no,
want
no,
him
no,
to
no.
play. He
When
played
no,
the
no,
way
no,
he
no, no,
wanted to
no,
play. And he
no.
okay.
Offside.
Let
When
me
you
ask
tell
you a
me,
question. Let me ask you a question now. What is that thing that would have meant that he played football or he came to play? What is that thing that he would have done that would have proven to you that he came to play?
when you
Okay,
say
today.
as a coach
Okay.
that you are angry that you could have gotten
I asked
more
a
from a
straightforward
game that you
question now.
got a.
What is
I'm
the thing
answering
he
you. I'm
would
answering
have
you,
done?
please.
If with this
I'm
style
answering
of
you.
football, there was a counter, he scored with a counter attack. It's just one single
You
counter
asked a
attack that
question. Let
won
me
him the
answer
game.
you now.
Very
Let
well.
them answer. Let them answer. Let them answer. Okay. Go
As a
for it.
coach, when you make a statement that you are angry because you should have gotten more from a game that you got a draw, that means only one thing. It means you could have gotten a win. And for you to get a win, you need to attack and score a goal. So I'm asking you, the Tottenham attack at all, not to even talk about scoring a goal. No.
Simply
So
put, he set up what your form of attack. When
he
you
set
term
up to
attack,
defend.
can I answer? I kept quiet for you to explain.
Let her
Your
answer. Let
your
her
your
answer.
definition of attack obviously is not the same way he interprets attack
Wait,
based
the
on the way
attack has another
let
definition
me
again.
finish now.
Hey, all these Mourinho people. Attack has
Let me
another
finish.
definition again.
Let her finish. Let her
Hey,
finish.
Miyangi, let's not
offside.
be like we are screaming. Well, we've not even gone halfway into this thing. First of all, lose their voice. See,
Okay.
Mourinho has his style. It is his style against bigger teams. I do not understand why you people are surprised or why you expected anything different or why you expected your own imaginative form of attack. Mourinho has been known to play before against big sides in
So
the past. Can
tell us
I finish?
Mourinho's
Can
type
I
of attack.
finish? Oh my God.
Okay, finish.
Oh.
Finish.
Mourinho has been known to play his style of football. And if it's a single chance he gets, counter attack and boom, goal, game over. He brings in an extra man to defend the goal. That's how he plays, and he gets his 3 points. Now, the only difference between that and today's game was that goal did not happen. That counter attack goal did not happen today. Chelsea came with their own style to play, attack, and score. Both sides could not score. What it simply means is that it ended 50-50. But Mourinho knows that he set up his team. He's not happy that whether it's in the execution by the players or in the work Chelsea did, be it whatever it is, the point was based on the way he set up his team, as he's known to set up his team, he did not get the desired result. QED. To you, he did not do it. Say he did not attack. But to him, the most important thing is about the goal, and that goal did not come. Whether it's due to the fault of the players that failed to execute or the fact that Chelsea put up a resolute defense. The point was he expected more based on the amount of faith and trust he had in his setup, and which has reaped him dividends in the past. This is simple. You're judging him based on your expectation of he should attack, he should be coming out, he should attack, he should attack. But that's never been the way he plays. It has never been the way he plays. Yet, with the style he played, he was getting the results. I just hope that whatever you say now, I'm able to control my emotions and I don't come back to this, to defend this. My throat is itching me already. We've not gone halfway. I'm almost losing my voice, Miyangi.
So
And
let's talk.
Miyangi,
Let's talk about Tammy.
Abdullahi, please take the mic.
Okay, let's talk about Tammy. Let's talk about Tammy.
I won't leave you on this topic. I won't
You
leave
can
you.
carry your You can as well take your mic and take my own.
So let's just leave it. Let's talk about Tammy Abraham because Blanc was kind of Joe after Blanc was angry with Amaba. He said doesn't even watch the clip of himself after missing chances of scoring goal because his positioning was just poor. And he also put some blame a little bit of Lampard that he should have brought on Olivier Giroud earlier instead of playing Tammy Abraham. So what's your you guys take on it? Let me go to the angle first.
Well, first off, I understand. Let's not forget that Lampard still has his own ideology of playing young footballers. He wants to give them time. He knows they will make mistakes, but they have to get better. For them to get better, they have to keep playing. So it's normal, it's expected for us to be calm with them, even though it can be difficult and painful at times. But it's expected for us to have this period. It's only for them to get better. Let's not forget, if you remember when Drogba came, his first season, he was horrible also. But he got better over time from playing, not sitting on the bench. So the truth is, Tammy and Co, as young as they are, they'll still have to keep playing. We'll see those mistakes, but it's going to take 2-3 years for them to become the world star that we want to see. That's one thing Chelsea fans fail to realize. This Liverpool team that won the league last season, we've been together for 4 seasons, not one, not two, 4, 5 seasons they've been coming together. So it takes time. It takes time to get you to that finished product that we want. Tammy is still a young boy. Yes, there are other young guys that are doing well, but it takes process. It's not the same thing for everybody. Yes, he would make those mistakes, but he will keep learning from them. Is he learning from them? That is only him can tell us that one, because like Hasselbank said, truly you should be watching your videos after every game to see the mistakes that you have made. But if I'm to judge Tammy, for today's game, he didn't do well. Yes, he could have done better. He could have done more. But generally, I would still give Tammy more time to go on. The person I would blame today, I agree again, is the coach Lampard, who should have brought on someone. You should know when a player is totally out of himself. After that second chance that he missed at that point in time, Chelsea were on the higher, they were on the ascendance. You should have taken advantage at that point in time and bring on Giroud instead of still keeping Tammy. Tammy was fagged out at that point in time. He was tired. His legs couldn't carry him again. In fact, see when he was finally substituted, he was sitting down because he couldn't offer anything again. So as the manager, you should be seeing those things in time, not waiting to your 75th minute or 80th minute by force. No. If a player is not doing well, remove him. Remove him. That's how things are done. So for me, I wouldn't totally blame Tammy Abraham today because he's a footballer. You miss chance, you miss some, you win some. For me, I will give him the benefit of the doubt. Not a bad game totally. I would say
But
60% for him.
do you expect Giroud to start ahead of Abraham in this match? Were you expecting Giroud to start because of his performance and the Champions League on Tuesday? You expected him to start today instead of Abraham.
Unfortunately for so many people, I don't know why I'm just still behind Lampard. For me, I wouldn't have started Giroud also. Giroud is the kind of player you need to come in and change the game when you're playing against a person like Mourinho, not to start the game. Giroud is 33, let's not forget. He also would get tired if he starts games like that. You need his experience, you need his expertise to come in and change game. That is why I prefer him to start seeing the younger ones so that they can run out to the defenders and make them weak. Then you can bring on a Giroud to use his experience. The only thing he should have done earlier, like we are all agreed, bring him on earlier. Give him 60, in fact, give him 45 minutes in the second half. Let him play. Not coming giving him 10 minutes to come and he won't do anything in that 10 minutes. So for me, I agreed with the starting lineup totally. You don't change a winning side. Yes, you have he's a super striker. He's not your influential 90-minute striker. Giroud should be the one coming on from the bench. But give him more time. Give him assurance that you are a part of this team, not 10 minutes. Give him more time. Let him know that okay, yes, I might not be starting, but I'm getting enough play time to remain in this team. That's all.
So after what's your take on Tammy Abraham? Should have started him ahead of should Lampard should have started with David Giroud or Tammy Abraham? What's your take? And do you blame Blanc blaming Tammy Abraham about his positioning as a striker, or you be like just give him that he's a young player, he will improve?
You see, there's nothing I hate more in this life than being on the same side and agreeing with Miyangi. Now, now it is with sadness that I have to admit with Miyagi that Giroud should not have started this game. I agree with the manager; he shouldn't have started. Now there are some games that Giroud, for fairness and to show that you have faith in him and at least to appreciate him for his contributions, because every time it seems like, let me not say every time because today he didn't do it, but most times he comes on, he contributes, significantly to the eventual outcome in Chelsea's favor. Right. So I think with regards to that, he deserves more than he's getting now. More minutes or maybe some cup games or Champions League games. He should be starting. Right. Now, the person you guys are not looking at, for me, is not even Tammy Abraham. Tammy has had a good game. I did not even imagine that he'd be starting games. When we talked at the beginning of the season, when we were talking about Timo Werner coming into the side, I legit thought that Tammy Abraham was going to go down, in third place in the pecking order for strikers, because remember how good Giroud ended the season last season. So I thought Sammy was going to be third choice striker, but since he came on, he started playing games. He has been contributing and not just scoring goals for himself. I noticed that he has become less selfish, right? Passing the ball, helping, assists and all that. Something else, last season, one of the biggest problems I had with him was his penchant for, falling over when he challenges for the ball, sorry. He falls over and all that. He seems to have gotten better on his feet. He's not there yet, but he seems to have improved. His work rate seems to have improved on and off the ball, as well as creating chances and opportunities for his teammates. He's not selfish about scoring goals. But then again, Tammy Abraham still isn't there. What Giroud does not have in pace, that's what Tammy Abraham would bring to Chelsea side, and that was what Chelsea needed in this game. But then again, I felt, unfortunately, Tammy is not is not known to play from the wing. I felt even if a striker should have been dropped, it should have been Timo Werner. Timo Werner has had a bad run of form. He has been on a bad run of form. He has had a bad last couple of games, between missing chances and it seems like he's fagged out and he needs to rest. I wouldn't have liked for him to have started this game. Either you start with Christian Pulisic or you play with two strikers, you play with two strikers, Tammy and Giroud. That would have been my preferred first choice, of course, Christian Pulisic. But then again, Lampard being who he was, he started Timo. I wouldn't have signed off on that. That's my opinion. Not even Tammy. Tammy could have started. Yeah, it's okay. Start the game.
So do you blame as
But
a
Timo
blank
would have been dropped.
do you criticize as a blank blaming Tammy Abraham for his position in this match, or just because he's too young, we have to give him time?
Well, he's still young. And I think I really does need time. That's how if you drop him down, it will look like you're giving up on him, especially seeing that generally this season he has improved on what he did last season. Not even in terms of goals scored, but in terms of contributions. He's still learning. He's learning. It's one thing if you're not seeing, progressive steps or actions and all that, but we're seeing it. He's learning, and I think it's only fair for him to continue to be given the chance. It's not as if he was so drastic, so terrible, or maybe made one a certain mistake or something that resulted in Chelsea losing the game. It wasn't so bad, so keep giving him the chance. In a balanced way, such a way that you can bench him sometimes and give Olivier Giroud. But then when it comes to aerial balls, last season he was good with aerial balls. He was good with aerial balls last season, to a significant extent. This season, it seems like, just like Miyangi said, he does not seem to be interested in using his head. It's something that Giroud obviously thrives in. Being able to hold up play does not seem to be his thing. Instead, he gets the ball and sometimes he pass the ball backwards. So I think that's where Lampard has to find a balance and know when the
So
right time to put him on.
overall performance now, are you happy with the result, or you believe we could still do better? Or you just like,
Of
okay, it's
course,
Tottenham, we just take it away.
no, no, no. I said before, as I've said earlier, on paper, Chelsea should have won this game. Chelsea have every ammunition, everything in their arsenal to win that game. and Chelsea should have won. I'm not happy with the draw. I mean, I predicted a draw, right? Knowing who Chelsea is and what Lampard and Tottenham are like at this point. But Chelsea should have won the game if they were a bit more clinical in their finishing and a bit more daring, you know, and a bit more daring and willing to take more risks going forward. Chelsea should have won this game.
Offside. You are like Mourinho. In fact, you are typical.
How am I like Mourinho?
Let him talk. We are listening, Yankee. You listening?
He does not have anything to say. He does not have anything to say. That's why his mic has gone off.
Let him talk. We are listening, Yankee. Talk.
His mic has gone off. He's about to speak blasphemy. So see,
So,
another thing.
who
Many
do
of
you
our
think?
players did not turn up. Many of our players did not turn up according to their, at least to the level of their standard.
Yeah,
Kovacic did not turn up to his standard.
he played very well. Though. He played very well. Though.
No. I mean, he played well, but he did not play. There were some things like in terms of passes. There were times when counter attack, he passed the ball forward, he hold the ball, turn around, or want to overrun. Okay, look at the one that he was chopped down. You remember the one he had the ball and he was chopped down. He had the opportunity to release the ball earlier than that, but he seemed more eager to just be running. Meanwhile, he will not score even when he gets to the front. So some little decisions. I'm not saying he was awful or he was terrible or this, but some little decision making. Chilwell did not seem at his best. Some delayed passes, misplaced passes and all that. It was something else. Timo Werner was not at his best. He may have the pace, but I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he needs much deserved rest at this point.
So, who was the man of the match today?
I didn't think about that.
Is it Thiago Silva, Mendy? Nyanga, are you there? Can you come out and come in?
My man of the match.
Nyanga is not talking. No.
Let me see.
So, who is the man of the match today?
My man of the match, to be honest, maybe Ziyech. I don't even know self. I can't even. No, Ziyech didn't have the best game because he was another player that was not at his best because some of his passes were too heavy. You get. He seemed to be playing quite some number of heavy passes. But I'll go. I mean, I can't remember anything N'Golo Kante did wrong. I can't remember anything.
So you gave it to
Silva did wrong.
Hakim Ziyech, Shabi.
No. I can't remember Kante did anything wrong. I can't remember Silva
Is it
did anything
Thiago
wrong.
Silva, Zuma?
So I'll give it to Kante.
Zuma?
Conte.
Because I think in the first half he was losing too many chances, but in the second half he got him. I think he got the same back in the second half. He got the same back. In the first half, he was missing. It was missing, like it was kind of misplacing passes, misleading, calculating his tackles and everything. But in the second half, he did very, very well. In the second half, he did very, very well. Because I think he was the one that was man marking Harry Kane. That was the way we did not see him with the match at all. I think it was the one man marking Harry Kane because he was the one that was focusing on Harry, because when Harry Kane take the ball, he followed Harry Kane immediately. So Thiago Silva was the one marking Son. So it was like a man mark between both of them.
Diego Silva did a good job, especially organizing the defense. Diego Silva did a good job as well.
Yeah.
But of course, he has been doing a good job since.
Because I was scared in the match when I saw Mendy and Conte. Like when you remember when the ball was looped up between Conte and then Mendy, I was like, what's going on? Someone played the ball out.
Yes, I remember.
I was screaming like,
that was an error.
Just played the ball out.
By Mendy. That was actually an error by Mendy because Mendy should have stayed in his post and just
Mendy was already telling Conte that he got the ball already. That
Mendy was not supposed to come out that far because he could, at that point where he could catch the ball with his hands. He should have stayed back, stayed in his 18-yard area. Conte was in control of the ball. He was not under pressure. Do you get? Mendy was, if you watch that game, even listen to the commentator, they made reference to it. Mendy should have stayed in his 18-yard area where he could hold the ball with his hands and just
Mm-hmm.
simply let Conte knock the ball to him or pass the ball to him. But instead, him rushing forward meant that he was in no man's land in a situation whereby there was confusion between himself and Conte. And he also could not hold the ball with his hands. So all he had to do, Conte was backing Tottenham players. All Mendy could do was to clear the ball. And there was a risk of clearing the ball and it falls into the path of a Tottenham player. And they scored an empty net. Do you understand? So it was Mendy that was actually
So yeah,
on that side.
so Tottenham next match is against Arsenal, right?
Yes. Another
So they
big
play.
game.
Let me bring out the EPL table. Let me bring out the table so I will be able to share
North
it and
London
comment.
Derby. Wow.
Okay. So EPL table. Let me share the table. Comment. So comment. Share. Share EPL table. So can you see it? Comment.
The EPL table.
Comment. Yeah, I'm trying to share it. Share screen. I'm coming. I'm trying to share, but this is not sharing. Do you see? What's going on?
Let me see. Hold on. What's the
Uh,
problem?
I'm trying to share the table, but I don't know. It's not sharing. Maybe I make mistake. I'm coming. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Outside there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Can you share the EPL table? I'm trying to share the table here. It's not sharing. I don't know what's going on.
Have you accepted Bianchi said to accept him. I can't see his notification.
Okay. Let me see. Let me accept him again. Let
It's
me
no
accept.
more there.
It's no more there. Yeah. Tell him to come back again, so I'll be able to accept him. Tell him to come in again.
Told him. So what
Okay.
were we
Okay.
talking about? Okay, you are
So I
the
was trying
EPL
to
table.
share the EPL table. So I wanted to see who Spurs play next week. So they play us now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we play who?
Sorry?
We play Wolves, right?
Chelsea.
Yeah, we play Leeds United. Sorry, Leeds United.
Oh, I've been looking forward to that game. Oh, meanwhile, currently Wolves is winning against Arsenal. Extra
Wow,
time,
they are
half
losing.
time.
I can't even trust this
2-1.
Arsenal to beat Tottenham. I can't even trust Arsenal to beat Tottenham next week. I can't even trust them.
Oh,
Arsenal,
absolutely. I'll expect Tottenham to win.
if people are just win next week now, I beg. Make they do us, make them win us. I beg.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, you can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, but I was hearing you guys, but you couldn't hear me. I think it was the mic.
So we're talking about next our next EPL match. So our next match is against Leeds United, right? And Arsenal, I think Arsenal play on Sunday against Wolves. What of Liverpool? What time did Liverpool play to? Is it on Sunday or Saturday?
You stop.
Liverpool, Wolverhampton, on that. Did they play on Sunday or Saturday? When did they play? I think they play on.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Nianji. Let me tell you.
Sunday night.
Sunday, okay.
I'm looking
So
at the fixtures. Liverpool play against Wolves by on Sunday night. Tottenham
on Sunday,
play
okay.
Arsenal.
So we play,
Tottenham
we
will play
play.
Arsenal by 5:30 next Sunday.
Oh, we play
Exactly.
before them. That's good. We play before them. So our next match is
Who are we playing
We play
next?
on Saturday.
Leeds United. Leeds. We play Leeds. We play Leeds. Leeds United.
Leeds, okay.
So we play Leeds United. Damn. So we play Leeds. So Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, Wolves. Well, wow. So we play before them. That should give us an edge of winning on Saturday. So we can easily go top. So both Wolves and Liverpool, two of them just draw. I will be so happy if they can draw. And I don't even trust Arsenal to win. That's my
No,
problem.
you can't trust Arsenal for anything. You can't trust Arsenal for anything.
They are losing now. I can't even trust them to win. That's my problem with it. I can't trust them to win.
Imagine.
To win.
So the good another good thing for us is I think Leeds this thing has dropped. Their form has
Yeah,
dropped.
exactly. And that's a perfect game from
The way they
Timo Werner.
started the
That's a perfect
season,
game. That's a perfect game from Timo Werner. We
exactly,
need space.
exactly. That's the team that comes out to play. Exactly. Yeah.
So I want to talk about something to you guys. I don't think you guys saw the news. I want to talk about David Alaba because there have been some reports about him coming to Chelsea.
I saw it.
It's a rumor coming to Chelsea and everything. So what do you think about David Alaba coming to Chelsea? So my question is, who is he gonna put on the bench? Like if it comes to Tony, who is he gonna put on the bench? Is he Thiago Silva? Is he Zuma? Who will Alaba put on the bench, or is it gonna be Chilwell? Because we already have a left back in Chilwell already. So we don't really need to sign another left back again because we got Chilwell already.
That's a very, 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 very. How will I put it now? A very, very dicey situation we are going to be in if we sign Alaba. You see, one thing Chelsea, Chelsea, the board and the fans need to understand is that in buying players, we should not overbalance this team. This team needs a form of balance also. We
Yeah,
cannot have everybody in the world.
exactly.
If you bring in a David Alaba, fine, he's a lovely defender. He can put in on the centre back and also a shift on the left hand side. But you have to look at the team as a whole, that defensive side. Who goes down for him? This is a team that Christensen is still a part of. This is a team that Tomori is
Rudiger.
still part of. Rudiger is not even getting playtime at all. Then you go and you bring in an extra centre back again. You're going to upset the balance. Is it Zuma you want
The
to
reason
sit
is
down?
because Thiago Silva is 36 now, so they were like they need a central back who can play for the long term. They don't want to get
Thiago
someone
is
young.
still giving his best games. Until he starts dropping, we should not think of upsetting this team at all. We shouldn't think of it at all. Thiago is not playing any game, all the games. They are managing him. So it's
Yeah,
not like
Lampard
we
is
do, it's not like we can't do without him. I mean, there are people who can deputize for him there. So if you buy that, that one will upset the balance totally. He's 29. I'm talking about David Alaba now, coming into the Premier League. Before he needs to start acclimatizing with the league, traveling up and down a game. Those games affect. Use the people that are already there. Christensen knows the league. He's been a part of Chelsea setup. Zuma is playing his best game of his life right now for the team. Thiago Silva is giving us the experience that we need right now. Yes, you might even say, and in fact, if you look at even the right, we have three left backs presently. So if you bring him to come and deputize again, that will be four left backs in just one team. Four left back. It's crazy. I know you want players, you want quality, but
According to the report said it's because of Thiago Silva. That's why they want to buy Alaba, because they are looking at his age. So how long can he stay? Like, how long can he stay? That's what
but
they are looking at.
there's also another report that they want to give Thiago Silva an extended contract.
Exactly, I started contract exactly. So
So if you're extending his contract, it shows you have confidence in him.
yes. So now who is gonna sit on the bench? That's my issue.
1 year.
Sorry?
1 year. I mean, just be 1 year. Chelsea not be anything this season. It will be till next season.
Yeah, that's for next season. Yeah, but because it's like January, he has like 6 months left. By the summer, it's a free transfer. So that's the Chelsea wants to buy him. It's a free transfer. So that's what they want to take the risk and buy him by January. So we'll be able to, by the end of the season, he'll be able to join us on free without even paying money for. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So who is gonna sit down for him? That's my worry. Like, I know he's versatile. I can play DM too, but who will sit down?
So the thing is, if you guys agree that it's for next season, then
Yeah.
definitely somebody has to leave the team. Somebody would want to leave the team.
There's a report that
So most likely
Tomori is going out on loan, and also Rudiger is gonna be sold also, and Christensen too. I think that's the reason they're bringing in.
So most likely, exactly.
So that's the reason they're bringing on Alaba. But now, if we bring Alaba now, that's an inside defender. Who is gonna sit down on the bench? Who? Someone has to go, because there's a partnership between Zuma and Thiago Silva. So there's a partnership there, and it's an experienced player. So
Then
who is it down?
you also need to understand that he's coming as a backup, not as a first team player. That's another thing coaches fail to tell players. If I'm signing you as a backup, you're coming in as a backup.
But Alaba is 28 though. He has a long. He can play 5-6 years. Thiago Silva 36. That's the difference. You said that's the difference. That's the difference I'm saying. Thiago Silva is 36. Alaba is 28.
So presently, between Thiago Silva and Alaba, who would you have more confidence in playing in that Chelsea team?
I think at this moment, I'll go with Thiago Silva at this moment.
Thank you. That's it.
But I understand.
Is good on his day.
I understand Alaba. I understand Alaba.
Did you see Thiago Silva's marking today?
Yeah, I did.
He put Kane in his pocket, as in he didn't
not
give
even
him chance
Kane.
at
It was
all.
Kante was the one marking Kane. It was the one marking Son.
Yeah. He put him in his pocket, as in he didn't even give. And see, he's clearing. He's clear out when the ball comes into the 18. The clearance, take it away from here. That is the kind of confidence you want in that. Alaba would, yes, he's good, but that leadership role, does he have it? That's another thing to look at.
Let me ask offside. Offside, what do you think? David Alaba to Chelsea?
Alaba over time has proven to be a solid defender, but then.
But the problem is, who will he put on the bench? Thiago Silva is playing at the moment. We have Benchirel as a left back. We have Conte as a DM.
How old is David Alaba again? David
Alaba is 28. It's 28.
20. Exactly.
28, yeah.
So he still has time as a defender. He still has many years behind him. Even if you start Silva and gradually by the end of next season, I think Silva will be about 38, 39, if I remember correctly.
37. He'll be 37.
But at the end of next season.
Yeah.
He'll be 38. He'll be 38.
Yeah.
38.
He'll be 38.
38.
Exactly. So that's basically
the because he's already 36 going to 37.
Especially where you always want leaders and experienced players that have been at the top in that your back line. Alaba may not be, one of the may not be the level of Silva, But if you have David Alaba and have like Silva handing over to him, and then the young crop of Zuma in the side, I don't think it hurts. Especially if you're getting David Alaba free of charge on a free transfer. It's not something that should be overlooked, in my opinion.
But the issue is always when they get in. Every player wants to play, at least from my little knowledge about football management. Every player wants to play. So when you bring him in and he doesn't get enough playing times, it becomes an issue in the team.
See,
So, mhm.
that's why I
Go
said
for it. Go
it's
for it.
down to Lampard to manage him. You can be playing. David Alaba is not a bad defender. He's a brilliant defender. Okay, yes, maybe, and
Yeah.
also you're talking about a defender that can play, left
Left
winger,
back,
left
DM,
back at the same time. You're getting him on the
DM,
free, for goodness
center
sake. If you can
on the
not
free. Yeah.
pass up, if
Mhm.
he's coming as even if he's coming to be like a backup to Chilwell, between himself and Chilwell and playing in center
No,
back, it's
according
something
to
that
the report, he's coming in as a defender. As a defender. They're
the
looking at
point
Thiago
is
Silva.
the point is even no matter what he's coming in as, if there is need, he can always play any other position, the
Yeah.
other position. That's
Mhm.
basically what it is. And the second, not imagine that David Silva will continue, if but David Silva will continue playing this integral part for
Yeah.
Chelsea, by deep into next season. That means he will most likely get another contract. The chance is
Yeah.
actually odd,
Mhm.
right? So
That
it seems only normal that David Silva's performance opportunities or minutes will actually reduce. He's getting older. He's not younger. Currently, he's playing very well. But then again, let's
Mhm.
see how far that goes. If you can get David Alaba free of charge, it's a
I'll be so
no-brainer.
happy if I can get Alaba.
It's
I'll
a
be so happy.
no-brainer.
Mhm. And
On the
and it's coming
second
out for free.
thought, I think I agree. I think I agree with you guys. If it's coming for free, I mean, Chelsea has been
It's
doing
coming for
some
free.
very good. We've been doing some
They've
very
already
No,
good
no, no,
spoken
signings
no,
to him.
no, no,
lately.
no,
Getting
Miyagi, please don't agree. Don't do that. Please.
No,
Let's
no,
I
I'm
think
not agreeing. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with. I'm not agreeing with you. Oh.
I think Chelsea are speaking to his agent. So by January, he will sign a pre-contract with any club he wants. Any club, if you like. The only problem is his wages is what is the problem with him and Bayern Munich. But he said they want 280. Bayern Munich they can't pay him 280. That's the issues with Alaba and the Bayern Munich. He wants to get 280 million euro. Bayern Munich they can't pay him.
I think when it comes to wages,
Yep,
we have to trust. When it comes to wages, I think I would trust Marina more. I can
exactly.
give her my life for that one. So it's a similar situation that Thiago Silva had at PSG. He
Yeah.
wanted extended contract, he wanted higher money, they couldn't give him. But here he came to Chelsea and he got even half of what he was getting there. So
Mm-hmm.
if Alaba decides to join Chelsea also, I see a situation where he will be getting lesser than what he's asking for presently. They might be
It's not
paying him
about he said
200.
because he said he wants to play in the Premier League, so he wants to leave Bayern Munich and
Exactly.
go.
So the layer of playing in the Premier League is another advantage
Yeah.
that will give to them. So the money would not be an issue. They might probably pay him around 200, and I mean, with 200 getting a player for free is a big plus.
So let me now ask now. So where do you put Alaba now? Because I know Chilwell is the left back. Do you see him playing long time left back or centre back?
I think they'll be rotating him between him and Thiago Silva. They'll be rotating both of them. Zuma will keep his position because Zuma is younger and he can run faster than both of them in counter situations. When they go up to play corner kicks and they have to run back, Zuma is always the first to get back in line. So Zuma is always needed in that team. You can't pair two old legs. You need the younger one with them. So I think it will be a mixture of Thiago Silva and David Alaba.
But what if Ben Chilwell gets injured? That's why we're gonna see Alaba coming up because we have so many matches in the EPL, Champions League, and those. So sometimes the rotation is needed. So sometimes you need to
Yes,
rotate.
rotation is needed. And one thing with me personally, I'm this kind of person that when I'm watching a game, and I always want to look out for those little details, little mistakes.
Yeah.
And I have noticed somehow that Ben Chilwell's attacking is a little bit poor.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He is a
But it's good.
fantastic defender.
Yeah.
I love his defensive work. And it's difficult for players to cross ball through him. I mean, the things that they were doing through Alonso and Palmieri,
Emerson.
the players have not been able to do it through Chilwell. But I noticed that going forward, he has that limitation. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that is where David Alaba would have an advantage over him, attacking wise.
So in terms of
You
left back,
notice
right?
that's another mistake why Timo Werner is actually not fully performing in that left side position, because
Mm-hmm.
there are times when you need overlapping. When he's
Yes.
holding the ball, what's his name, should be overlapping, but he would
Overlapping.
prefer to stay
Give him.
behind
Yeah. Give him.
again.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
See the way
Exactly.
James overlaps with Ziyech on the right hand side.
Exactly. There's a
He
part.
doesn't do it on that left hand side.
There's an understanding between James and what's called James and Akim Ziyech.
Exactly, on that right hand side, but he's not on this left side at all. So if we can get a backup who is equally good going forward as well as defensively, I think it will be a very, very good advantage to put Alaba on that left side.
Offside. Do you see Alaba going forward as a left back, center or central back? Because sometimes if Ben Chilwell is injured now, we have to use Alaba as a left back. But my problem is
Yes.
when I've watched Ben Chilwell play as a left back, he's good defensive but not really good
Mm.
at attacking. Does that one worries you? When you are hearing Alaba coming in, does that one worries you?
Well, you think Ben Chilwell is good defensively, but he's not good
It,
in
like
attack.
his attacking is not that, like okay. Let me put it this way: in terms of attacking, like when you see Timo Werner hold ball, you need that overlapping as a left back. Like go overlap
His crosses
as
are
a
even
left.
terrible too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's causing another good enough. But if you look at Alaba has a very good. If you look at his cross rate, his shooting ability and his passing is superb. So those kind of player you need when you see that ball, it's a we pass. So do
I,
you see? Mm-hmm.
I
Go.
understand what you're saying. But I don't think
Oh yeah, start,
Lampard
start. I'm
after
ready for you.
spending
Oh yeah, start again.
after I don't think Lampard after spending 50 million, it looks like Chilwell has come to stay and will be Chelsea's first choice for the foreseeable future, especially if Lampard remains as manager. I understand what you're saying. There are some lapses in his game and all that. Alaba has done it so many years at the highest level. Right. But in recent seasons, we've not seen the Alaba that we used to see in the past. The Alaba we've been seeing has not exactly been the Alaba that we saw 3, 4, 5 years ago. Seems like something has changed in his game. I don't know how effective that will be if he joins a team like Chelsea next season. Next season he'll be going to what? He said 28 or 29. So he won't be young anymore. He may not have that pace, as much as we are used to seeing him have, especially coming to a new league entirely, which is the Premier League. I don't think he's going to come in and become the first choice, except if
Al-
even if this guy is injured, even if sorry, even if we're used to hearing Pulisic is injured, so that's why his name came to my lips.
Well,
Um,
Alaba is a world class player, so there's a difference between Alaba and Ben Chilwell. There's a difference between them.
Absolutely, there's a difference between them, but I'm just saying, I don't think, Lampard's
I understand his loyalty
affection
to
for English players.
exactly. I
Yes,
understand.
yes. So
So let me come to this now, guys. Let me come to this. I watched the match. I don't know if you guys watched the match, the Liverpool match. Firstly, let me come to Niangi. What do you think about Jurgen Klopp rant against Brighton on Saturday match? What do you think about it?
Well, what I would say is it's normal for managers to rant when football doesn't go their way. I mean, when a game that you expect to win don't go your way. I mean, everybody, even me myself, I expected a blowout victory for Liverpool. I didn't expect the game to go the way it went. A
Yeah.
game that had all the goals. But VAR Yes, VAR issue and all, but I mean, it didn't just work out for Liverpool on the day. So I don't expect him to rant like that.
Do you
Get the
blame
goals if you
Klopp
want to get the
about
goals.
him five
VAR,
substitution?
see VAR.
Do you blame him for complaining about the five substitution, the VR, the offside goal and everything? Do you have an issues about him ranting to the broadcaster? Like, if you look at the way he
I
was ranting, he almost spent
no
like
no no. I
10
don't
minutes
have
or
an
5 minutes. Go ahead, go ahead,
one
go
thing.
ahead.
One thing managers should understand is one thing managers should understand is VAR. So the issue with the referees interpreting VAR, not VAR itself. Players complained before VAR came. He's offside. He's not offside. He's offside. Now he's not offside. Now you have a machine that can tell you when a player is offside or not. I mean, take of course controversy is something back to yesterday's game. You can rant all you want, but VAR is here to stay and is doing its work. Unfortunately, it didn't work for Liverpool yesterday. There are other times that VAR will work in their favor also. So it's 50-50. It works in everybody's favor and it works against everybody. So when it works for you and it works against everybody. So when it works for you and you don't praise it, I don't expect you to complain. When it goes against you, just take it in your stride and wait till the next time that VAR works in your favor. As
Was
regards
it
the 5 man,
was it
yeah,
unprofessional for club to like rant? You don't need to rant to a broadcaster. Rant to the FA, the Premier League shareholder. These are the
let me
one
just
giving out
finish.
the fixtures.
Road.
Go ahead, go for it.
Yes, definitely. As regards the 5 man road, they've talked about it, but you know the English Premier League, they always want to do their thing differently. So even if there's going to be a change, I know most rules they apply rules at the start of the season, not during the season when the games are on already. So there's nothing they can do at this present time. You have to wait until maybe the winter or the start of next season to get the 5 man rule back in. I mean, football has been played like this for years. It's always been 3 man. Deal with it. This is what you have right now. Deal with it. Let it go like that. You have 3 man advantage. You have squad depth. Use them like that. If Liverpool had won that game yesterday, he wouldn't be complaining about 5 man substitution. Everybody is at some point in time in the game. That is why you're supposed to buy players at the start of the season because everybody gets injured. So for me, it doesn't hold water when you start complaining because of one man. No, take it in your stride. Move on to the next game.
So offside, what's your take on them club rant yesterday about VAR, about 5 man substitution, about the injury crisis and everything? What like was it unprofessional for him to do, or was it just a normal for all managers to do?
I mean, I think it's not unprofessional. It's just common sense. He was saying his opinion. People may disagree with him, but it's those issues are valid issues or realistic, persisting issues. Let me just put it that way. They are facts. These are issues presented before us, fans and football fans, players and managers and all that. Now he gave his own opinion. Southampton manager may disagree with him, but sorry, or was it Brighton manager may disagree with him, but it's because that he gave his opinion about it. I don't think it's anything. It's fair to say maybe he's just trying to talk or playing mind games or one thing. It is an issue. No matter what these managers say, there will always be an odd angle to it. So I don't blame him. The injuries are there. The VAR problems are there. I remember the incident
But
Chelsea had. I
offside,
think it was
offside, yes,
against
offside,
Manchester United. That the
offside. I
VAR.
agree with
Let me
you.
finish. There was the issue against Manchester United that the VAR did not even bother reviewing. Have a look at it now. But then you look at that incident between Liverpool and Brighton, and you're wondering how were they quick to review. I'm not a fan of Liverpool, but I feel like these are no consistency. These are contradictory incidents, and it's only fair enough for someone to voice it. It does not have to be until if fans complain, they'll say yeah because they're fans of the club. If managers complain, they either fine to see they're being defensive and being selfish and all that. But these are valid issues and they are simply being addressed based on each individual's opinion. Miyangi, the floor is
Okay,
now yours,
okay,
please. Thank you
okay.
very much.
My point is, yes, you said he has an opinion, is his opinion, but here's my take. Football didn't just start this year. It didn't start last year. When managers come up with this, I call them silly excuses. Football has been like this for years. Injury has been part of the game. Substitution. We've known football right from when we all started watching football. We've known football with three substitutions. So because of a short space of time that they agreed five substitutions somewhere, and you all now want to start dying on it as if it's impossible to play football with three substitutions. No, 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 those are not excuses. Yes, you want it to work. Yes, you want it to get, but
When
it's
you're
not.
done, I'll speak.
It's not an excuse. Yeah, it's not an excuse for me. VAR, everyone is still working to make VAR better. It's because the league is the most competitive, yet it will not get perfected. But we are still working to make VAR better. It's over time.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
It's over time. And Jurgen Klopp didn't complain then. So why is he complaining now? So for me, all these excuses don't hold water at all.
No, because I think I was complaining about the 12 o'clock kickoff because they play on Wednesday in the championship now. They have to play on Saturday to that. The player have no rest, too many injuries and everything that the APL
Chelsea
needs to
played
find a
Chelsea played Chelsea played 12 o'clock last week after the international break.
Can I say something? When you're done, please, I'm waiting for you to be
I'm
done
done. Oh yeah,
fast.
talk. I'm done. Speak.
So, yes, yes, football is part of the game. I'll be the first person to say that. But this season is peculiar, and obviously, we can see across board, just the Premier League, even in other leagues, even in the Champions League. All these things, games are being rushed. There's the international break, the long trips. You come back, you're playing. The competitions have not been reduced. The minutes to play have not been reduced, and the same number of players are expected to prosecute the games, right? It's simple common sense. One thought it's necessary to increase substitutions, and what that means is simply saying you're going to give the players, or you're going to give opportunity for the players to have just a little bit, a tiny bit of more rest. It's supposed to count for something. It's common sense. It's the same thing as during the summer when they talked to increase it from 3 substitutions to 5 substitutions. There was a reason. It was also a health reason. Players were getting dehydrated due to the nature of the weather at that time of the year. So it's simple. It's also it is also what they call it. It's also common sense, because the human body would not overwork itself, especially if you want to maintain the standard of the quote of the Premier League. Players are getting injured here and there. You're citing Chelsea. Even Chelsea have suffered their own injury woes. It's as simple as that. It's either a player is injured, having cramps or one thing or the other. There's also the idea of coronavirus, the coronavirus still being on. Look at Kai Havertz. As a matter of fact, it's been confirmed that people that get infected with coronavirus, even after they've tested negative, it takes a while. They still continue to go through certain complications, like getting tired easily, getting tired faster and getting weak, as compared to getting weaker compared to what he was before they had the virus. So all these things are simply things that should be taken into account, and just increase extra 1 or extra 2 substitutions will maintain the standard of play and also keep these players. They're playing year in, year out. They hardly had a summer break, right? And even if you want to say yes, the months that there was lockdown, they had the time to rest. No, it's not the same, because they were still playing to a certain degree. It's not the same as having a proper rest. If other leagues are doing it, the Champions League is doing it, why can't the Premier League adopt it? If you're talking about some teams having bigger squads and they're going to benefit from it, it doesn't make sense, because these bigger teams are also prosecuting bigger competition, more competitions than those lesser teams. How many is Newcastle participating or is Sun participating in the Champions League or Europa League? So there's no excuse to say that the bigger teams have the advantage, because bigger teams in actual fact do not have the advantage. That's simply what it is. The smaller teams, if they have smaller teams, if they have a smaller squads, they have the option of digging into the academy players. It's as simple as that. And these arguments are valid. If a coach that is directly being affected is too afraid of backlash or too afraid of criticism to voice it out, then what are we talking about? What are we doing? I dropped my mic. I rest my case. The floor is yours.
You have a
Abdullahi, are you
point,
still there?
yeah. You have
Yeah,
a
I'm there, I'm
point
there, I'm there,
offside.
I'm there, I'm there, I'm there.
Okay.
You have a
Yankee talk. You
point
want to do some?
I know I
offside,
have a
but my
point.
point
Thank you
still
very
remains
much.
that.
But please don't agree with me.
But
I'm
my
scared.
point, my hold on, let me finish. Just relax. In fact, you don't even have a point. You don't even have any point again. I've taken the point back.
So go for it, go for it, go for it.
So my point is, in as much as we are trying to make football easier for everybody and all, yes, I agree. But let's not make it look as if we didn't play ball last season here with three substitutions. Let's not make it look as if using three substitutions is hell, like it's taking them through. No, this was what we have known. We are just trying to make things better. Does not make the three substitutions become evil overnight. And whether you like it or not, the big teams have advantage over the smaller teams. The quality Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool have on their bench cannot be compared to what Leeds, West Brom, and Fulham have on their bench. Even if they both sign 25 players to start the season, you
Are you
can't
talking
compare
of
and
quality or quantity?
quality and quantity.
Of course, that's why there are big teams and there are smaller teams. It's simple. The same. You can't compare what they
Exactly.
have in the 11 either. It's simple.
Exactly. So when you have 25, yeah, that's why you're supposed to register 25 players at the start of the season, not 11, not
Exactly.
15,
Everybody has
not
his own
20.
number.
25 players, and you can only use 15 per game. Game max 15 per game. Can you hear? Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, can hear you.
Everybody has 25 players at the start of the season. If one player is injured, bring in another player. If another player is injured, bring in. You don't have a player, go into your academy, pick from your under 21. They are free to play any of your game at any point in the season. So this whole idea of overnight because we have a new way or we have a new process for substitution, then we now start thinking that the previous one is impossible. No, we started the season already with three substitution. Play it, play till the end of the season. Then they review it. From next season, everybody starts using five. Last season, the EPL didn't use VAR, and we played ball. So once again, for me, all these things don't hold water at all. They are flimsy excuses as far as I'm concerned.
So, cool question now to guys, to you guys. Who wins the Premier League? Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, or Chelsea? Offside.
Tottenham Hotspur. Straight up.
God forbid.
What's your problem? They ask, is your name offside? They asked my no, but to be honest, I feel like I'm gonna win it. It's for me, it's a battle between Tottenham and Liverpool. But Liverpool, with all their injury woes, I feel that's what will be their undoing. Mourinho, we know over time, usually when he gets to that top or around that top, uh he usually wins the league. You know, other teams seem to be underperforming this season. The best challenge would have been Manchester City, but they are really underperforming this season. Chelsea, I'm not exactly sure Chelsea can go the full, the full length of you know, the season without, dropping points here and there or making mistakes
Do
here
you know
and there.
you only
So
take one injury from Son or Kane for the entire Tottenham Hotspur
I
squad to
want her to
collapse?
I want her to finish before I attack her.
now the ball is not attacking, is opinion based. I'm giving my opinion. It's
I
not
will
you
attack
versus
your
me.
opinion, Joy.
Don't attack me, please. See, that would be a violation. But let me just say this: you talk about one player getting injured and to derail the Tottenham squad. That's the same way every other team can get injured. But even taking all these things, the only reason I'm actually saying, or the major reason I actually feel like Tottenham can win it is because of Jose Mourinho. That is the reason. It's not about the quality of players or saying Tottenham have better players than Chelsea or Liverpool or whatnot, but because of Jose Mourinho and what he can do with the squad. He has created. Okay, this was the same squad under Pochettino that was very offensive and played flair football. All of it, they're very stable, being defensive and playing Mourinho style. It is that mindset. That is what Mourinho mindset. That is what's based on what I'm saying they will win the league. Liverpool are badly hit with injuries and they are long term injuries. So I don't know. Let's see how that goes. It's my opinion. You say your own opinion, please. If you don't agree that
Yeah,
say
go for it, go
you
for it, go
still
for
feel will win it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Abdullahi, please,
So,
please help us. Help me here. Help me here.
was let me talk now. Okay. So first off, I don't think Tottenham will be in the top three at the end of the season.
The
Yes,
question
I
is,
don't think
who
they'll.
do you think would
What?
win the
What?
league?
Did you guys say what?
The league. Who would win the league?
I do not think Tottenham will be among the top three at the end of the season.
Top
And
three.
this
Damn.
is my opinion. Yes.
So, okay, right.
Someone somewhere said because of the manager. But whether you like it or not, the manager doesn't play the game. The footballers play the game. So if it's by that, I don't see them in the top three. And by what they played today, I do not think you win the league. This present league, I do not think you can win it by playing the kind of football that you played today. If you want to win the game, so for me, yes. First off, let me remove the one that can be in the top three. Yes. So if if you're talking about who I think would win the league, I'll I'll still
Liverpool,
be
Tottenham,
between
or Chelsea.
Liverpool.
With their injuries, you
I'll
still want to
I'll
go for
be
Liverpool.
between Liverpool. I'll be between Liverpool and Chelsea.
Do you think Lampard has
Now
that
here's my
ability to
reason.
win? Okay.
It's a two-way thing. Liverpool has been hit with injuries still top there. Chelsea has been hit with injuries. They've been able to maneuver their way and they are still up there. It's just a matter of time before this Tottenham side would be hit with injury. When they are hit with injury, who do they have that comes in to replace the players? They don't have those players. Chelsea lost. I mean, Christensen was out. Pulisic was out. So many players. Havertz was out. We had players in bulk on the bench who could come in and deputize for them. Look at Liverpool. Everybody thought Leicester was going to blow them out. What did they do? 3-0 with a completely different side. Those are the team. But look at this Tottenham side. Who do they have? Is it Lo Celso? Can Lo Celso play 5 straight games and influence the game the way Son would? Who else would come in place of Kane? If those two gets injured or a red card or something, how consistent can those other teams be? So for me, I don't see Tottenham amongst those three at all. And we keep forgetting something. Yes, we might say City are not playing well, but they still have an outstanding game to play. And by the time they play that outstanding, because they'll most likely win it, they will be among the top four back. So it's just Man City also has strength in depth. So you have to look at the teams that have strength in depth. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City. I won't take it away from those three guys. That is why for me I said Tottenham will not be in the top three at the end of the season. My opinion. Thank you.
So are you gonna say in terms of me now? I think I understand upside because of Jose Mourinho's black. That's that, and I don't want to talk about it. Jose, I do not want to talk about Jose. For people listening, I don't hate Jose. I know Jose is a world class manager, but I do not want to talk about Jose. Never ever in my as a Chelsea fan ever see Tottenham Hotspur winning the league. Now with Jose, I won't sleep for like a month, even a year. I won't sleep. Tottenham Hotspur with Jose winning the Premier League title. Another rival. It's not
He
gonna
can't
happen.
even win it
It's not gonna happen.
because
I will not sleep.
he will go to Leeds, he
I
will go
don't
and
understand
defend.
why. I do not understand why you are attacking. What you're supposed to focus on is praising or giving reasons why the team you feel will win it. Will win it. You're spending so
Okay.
much
I've
time
given
and
my
energy
reasons now. I
He
said
has given his
strength
talking
in
reason.
about
depth.
the
My reason.
one
I said
team
strength in depth.
out of 18 other teams. I mean, out of 20 teams, one team will win it. So out of 18 other
My
teams, you're spending more energy on just one out of 18 other teams that would not win it.
Okay. The team I
Focus on
Okay,
believe
the
at
will
least
one
win.
that you feel
at least
will
I know
win
the
it for
one that would
goodness
not
sake.
win it. I know the one that would not win it.
But that's the question. The question from the presenter, the host of the show said, "Who do you think would win the league?"
But it's my opinion. That is why I first talked
You
about
people
the
are
one that
you
would
see the
not win
problem I
it.
have with the people, with
Be-
some fans. You are biased
before we can
towards
talk about the
Jose
one that would
Mourinho.
win it.
No, but the question, okay, before you talk about now, when do you decide to talk about the one that will win it? You finish talking about one out of 18 teams. I would think about the remaining 18 teams that would not win it. You talk about them, and
But I
then you
already gave
decide
you
to
the reasons why
probably.
the other three would win it. Strength in
You're saying the
depth.
other three. You talked about teams that can win it, right? And
Yes.
talked about one team, Tottenham, that would not win it. If you talk about
Yes.
Tottenham that will not win it, why? Okay, that's remaining 26
So let me
teams.
let,
Sorry,
let
that's
me
remaining
put let me put it
16
this way now.
teams.
Let me put it this way now.
Or
Will the
16
Premier
teams.
League be won with goal difference or points? How will it be won?
Most definitely points. Points.
It's not gonna be won by goal difference, no matter
No,
how
not
many
at
goals you
all.
score.
I think
Not
points.
at
Point.
all.
It's not. It won't be close.
It won't be close at
The
all.
teams are not competing very well. To be consistent,
Exactly.
yes. I think it will be points.
So it's based on point, not goal difference, right? Wow. But for me, I believe it's in between. I need to see how Man City is gonna play
Who do you think will win the league?
because when the league start, I gave it to Liverpool already. But now that they're having injury now, I think I'm beginning to change my pick in choosing them to win the Premier League. But I know Klopp. That Klopp is a world class manager. I know him very well. I trust him. Like he's a world class manager. So you can bring any player in from the youth and just put him to the first 11. Boom, and that player click or glue.
Tottenham win.
That's Klopp for you. That's Klopp for you. So at the beginning, I chose Liverpool. But at the minute, I think I'm gonna slide with Chelsea at the minute, just because we have more score depth and we have like the way we've been playing, we've been scoring more goals. I trust Chelsea and Frank to kind of galvanize those teams more to win the league. I wouldn't say Tottenham yet because if Harry Kane is injured, no replacement. Son Heung-min is injured. No, yeah, people may say Bergwijn and Gareth Bale, but can they produce what both Harry Kane and Son are producing? No. So that's my problem with Tottenham winning the league. You could say it's a fear factor, but look at the way they've been playing. If they keep playing like this against big team, I will not lie to you. There are some matches that will draw points. They were lucky last week against City because City were not clinical enough. It was just pass. If they play Liverpool, they are playing Liverpool by December. Let me see how they're going to play Liverpool. That's how I will judge you. See, he wants to play defensive. He should continue playing defensive. He should continue. I will judge him when he plays Liverpool because he will defend against Liverpool and Klopp will come out against you and play you. He will. So that's why we'll judge him. I understand he wants to defend, but there's a limit. There's a limitation to your defensive. There is a limitation to it. He has total limitation to how you can defend. Today they were just shambolic. Both Son, both Harry Kane flop, massive flop. They were like invincible. They're invincible today. So you cannot be invincible because Harry Kane has the most assists in EPL. Son Heung-min has the most goals in EPL. Then why is it the two player, the two fear factor? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. So you can't keep playing this kind of system and expect him to put you in the Premier League. I don't know. The fear factor is just because to see, and I believe by December when we get to December, I can guarantee you that they will fade up a lot. So that will open up more to see who truly is willing to win the EPL, who is a genuine contender. At this moment, people are just speculating these people, and projecting these people based on the kind of squad they have and the way they are playing. I understand. So that's why I said I chose Liverpool first. But later on, I take my way from Liverpool because of the injury they have and everything. At this moment, I'm giving it to Chelsea to win it. Not just because they have a very good squad depth and the way we've been playing very well recently. So which makes me give it to Chelsea for me. I'm
No,
not
I
taking away
kind of agree.
Liverpool,
I
and
agree with you because
I'm not taking away Liverpool and Man City. But it's only going to take one injury for Tottenham to collapse. Just one injury for them to collapse. One, Son or Kane out of
I
the
mean,
season is over for City.
look at Liverpool. Look at
Van
Liverpool.
Dijk, Van Dijk,
Take out Firmino.
um,
Look at
Gomez.
Liverpool.
Continue.
Yeah, look at that Liverpool side. Alisson was out. They brought in second choice goalkeeper. Balance. Van Dijk was out. Balance. Joe Gomez. Even Salah had the coronavirus. Diego Jota came on and he's scoring goals. You have people who can balance up. Look at Chelsea. Tammy Abraham is out. Somebody else is playing. Ziyech is playing. You have players that can key into those positions and feel in that you would not even feel. Kai Havertz has not even, in the last 3 weeks, we've not even felt Kai Havertz at all. We've not missed his absence. Even his coming back, nobody is even bothered because you have a strong team that can balance out. But if you look at that Tottenham side, who wants to come on? Gareth Bale that hasn't played good football in the last 3 years. Lo Celso, Bergwijn, you have the highest goal scorer, you have the highest assist, and they can't do anything against the Chelsea side. You don't get anything. You can't keep playing the way you play like this when you play the top teams and you say you want to win the league. No, it doesn't just work out like that. That is why for me, I still stand. I leave Tottenham will not be in the top three. Yes, they have a very good manager and all, but it doesn't work like that again. It worked in the early 2000s. It worked up to 20. This is 22. Football has moved on. You need points to win games. You need goals to win games, not defending and getting angry that you could have gotten a point from where you did not get a point from. And
You
you
know,
tell
say
me you
wetin
want to win the league
Exactly,
like
just
that.
circle round, and come back, to Jose Mourinho.
I know. See, I
And
know
you tell me
offside with
you people
tackle
are not being
Nyanga. I know it.
objective. You people are not. I'm going to be. I'll be honest to say that when it comes to football, it's always a good feeling. Watching your side, play the ball, play interesting, an interesting or more offensive style of play, and end up winning the game. I'll be the first person to say it. But when someone else has a different way of approaching a game and getting the desired result, and usually it works for them, who am I to criticize them? I feel this is just objectivity and not necessarily saying things based on our expectations. But then again, once again, Miyagi circles
Offside.
round and round and round. And he says he's not a Mourinho hater. He says he is not a. This is the same way Atletico Madrid boss Diego Simeone has been playing over the years, and he achieved, what he achieved in his own way. But then he does not get as much hate as Mourinho,
And
even though Mourinho uses it and still
Diego
wins
Simeone will
games.
not tell you that Diego Simeone will not tell you that he went to Barcelona
Are you kidding
to
me?
that is now angry
Are
because
you
he could have
kidding
gotten some.
me?
Well, everybody knows Diego
Are
Simeone is
you
a
kidding
defensive
me?
coach.
How
Offside.
would he not?
We know
Everybody knows he's a
What are you
defensive
Jose
saying?
love
coach.
the
That
media.
He would
He
not
is
tell
love
you that he
media.
could have
standard.
gotten something
That is
because
literally the
he
standard of
came to
play and
defend.
has been for
No,
years. And as a matter of fact, it's even worse than Jose Mourinho's style.
Offside, do you know the statistic for this match against Spurs against Chelsea? Do you know the possession? Do you know how many shots on target
Sorry?
Usman has? Do you know the shot on target Ose has this in this match? Do you literally know
No, I
he packed the
don't.
balls from the first minute
What?
to the last minute.
I actually don't. But one thing I do know for certain is that he has scored more goals. He's the second highest goal scorer in the Premier League this season, and has the best defense in the league this season. That's a fact, and that's the kind of statistic Mourinho
So
will
how do
make.
you now
And
call? So how do you now call someone like that saying he's a defensive coach?
you're
So
the
how do you
thing.
call him a
It is
defensive? If he's an
literally you.
attacking coach,
No, no,
then he
no.
should come out and
The
attack.
point is, it
He
is the
should
same way
no,
he
no.
set it.
I'm using it
Did he
against you
not
now.
set up
If
his team the same way?
if he has the highest goal scorer and
Did
he has the
he
highest
not? I
assist,
did not say
that
he
means
has
he's
the
an
highest goal.
attacking coach.
What
He
I
should
am
come out
saying
and
is,
attack. He should
but
not
he
sit
set up
down
that his
and play
team
a
the
top
same
game.
way.
He should not sit down and play a top game through ultra defensive. Then come and be
It's
telling me
not
that
ultra
he wanted to get
defensive.
something
He
better.
sets
There
up.
is no
It is
way
the same.
you will tell me he
Okay, when you're
he
done,
did
I'll
not
speak.
set up anything in this game.
It is literally the same lineup that he uses in other games that he used to prosecute this game. It is literally
Exactly.
the same play. Can I
What
finish,
I'm
please? The
what I'm
same.
saying is offside. Offside. What I'm
Let
saying is
it is the same players. It is the same
yep,
tactics, the same way he
the
plays,
same team.
and he got the
Yes, but
result against Manchester City.
what I'm
He
saying is
scored 2 goals for the first
he
leg
only
last
took one
season.
player, just one player for that Tottenham team to get injured and the whole entire squad to collapse. He only took one player for them. People are saying they have squad depth. Gareth Bale is not being the Gareth Bale of Real Madrid. It's different. Bergwijn is not Son and it's not Harry Kane. If Harry Kane and
If their
Son get
keeper
injured,
gets injured, who would
it's
come in for them?
completely
Who would deputize for their
completely
goalkeeper?
over. Completely over for them. So that's why we need to put into context. Chelsea has the most squad depth in EPL because they have a replacement for every position. There's a replacement for every position. So when a player gets injured, there's a perfect replacement for them. But for which replacement? Look at Ose today. Apart from Lo Celso, who did he brought on? Davis to come and defend. He has Gareth Bale on the bench. He didn't bring Gareth Bale on. Why?
He couldn't
He
even
didn't
bring
trust
on
him.
Bale in a big game like this.
He
And you are
didn't. He
telling me
didn't
he will win the
exactly.
league?
He didn't trust him.
Come on.
He didn't trust him. So I understand people may say Gareth Bale is a world-class player. I understand, but this match is at least you need to bring on Bale. But look at when he was bringing Lucas Moura, 93 minutes, he bring on Lucas to come and do
93
what?
minutes to come and do
To,
what?
to do what? To do what now? So sometimes when we attack manager, we need to and no offside. You love Jose. I'm not disputing that. But when they have to get criticism, you have to criticize him. When they have to get criticism, you have to criticize him. I know you love Jose. I'm not disputing that. But for Jose to come out and tell everybody and the fans that we deserve to win this match. We deserve more apart from the draw. Is it crazy? Is it the same match I watch? Is watching?
It's Thunder that is firing him in
No,
Tottenham.
no, no, no. Is it the same match me I watch that is watching? I don't think so. Maybe it's different match entirely.
No lights.
Because in that match, they came from the first minute to the 90th minute, they packed the bus. They didn't do anything. Son, Hurricane, invincible. Flop, garbage. So now tell me, how they expect to get 3 points? Where? Where? The only menu today
From
was just chilling.
from
He was
defending.
chilling today. He didn't do anything today. Apart from the save he saved from Adderwell, and that's it. That's it. Even when Hurricane saw your free kick, he bulldozer it over. Now tell me, what
Imagine
chance?
see free kick.
So what are you telling me? So sometimes we need to criticize manager when they make mistake. I completely do. You need to criticize them when they make mistake. But like, I can understand you love us. Yes. Just like the same way I have an agenda against Pep. My agenda against Pep will always stand because that man is a flop in Europe. Until he give me Champions League, I have no one should come and if anybody come and talk about I have a proof statistic day where I'm gonna pull out. You can't even argue anymore about Pep for me. That's my agenda about Pep. I love Jose. He's a world-class manager. But when you need to get criticized, he has to. There will be a limitation when those 4 players will like Jose. We don't need defend, we don't need defend, we don't need to win matches. I beg. Try something else. This is not tire us. It's not about mentality. People are comparing the sport team to the 2005-2006 Chelsea team, and I laugh. I said, do you know how many players Chelsea have those years under us and under Roman? You have Drogba and Elka. All those kind of players. Look at this mentality of those players. Look at them now. Look at the same. Do they have the same mentality as Tottenham Hotspur now? No, it's different.
Cavarro, Makalele.
Because when people compare the sports team to the 2005, I'll just laugh. I'm like, why are people comparing those teams together? Those teams are different. Because those teams has mentality to win league. They know what it takes to win the APL. I don't think this team has what it takes to win the APL because they lack mentality. So I can understand offside viewpoint and everything. But offside, you only take one player, just one, just Son or Kane to get injured. Is completely over. I know say he's gonna be sitting on the Premier League table and be laughing. He's playing next week. He plays Spurs. He's playing Arsenal. The following week he play Liverpool. Look at how tough it is for him. And I can guarantee you can't win both.
Chelsea, just one player for Chelsea in the person of Mendy to get injured, and it's all over for Chelsea.
I beg, if Mendy get injured, there's check. There's
Caballero.
Caballero.
And there's a defense now. There's a defense, area ball.
Oh yeah.
Area ball. Zuma has the highest area ball.
About the difference between the quality of players, huh? See,
Zuma has the highest aerial interception in the whole of Europe.
Why would people just say the fact that you stay and be thinking of the injury to Son shows how much people hate Jose Mourinho.
It's not about hatred. It's about reality. It's about reality.
That's the same way.
Did we pray for Salah to get COVID?
That is the same way every other big team can still lose their key players, and everything will scatter. It's the same thing.
But we are telling you that the other big teams have lost players and they have keyed in well. Diego Jota has keyed in for Liverpool. Mount, people have keyed in for Kai Havertz.
Goodness me.
Who will key in for Kane? Who will key in for Son?
There is also the possibility that he will not get injured.
Yes,
be out for so long.
But for the whole season, there's an chance you get because look at December.
If he doesn't get injured, he will lose form at some point. He would lose form at some point if he doesn't get injured.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me use an analogy. You're literally wishing that someone else or hoping that someone else.
We are being realistic here.
Why not let it flow? There's a possibility that the form will not go off. And
do you know what it's called? Do you know what it's called? White juju. White juju. United are using white juju.
If he doesn't get injured, he would lose form.
You know what? I'm not gonna have this.
He's a human being now. He's not a machine.
So what are you saying? And who says other people can't also go through something worse? So just leave things. We're analyzing issues as things are. Things are that
we have to analyze from both sides. We have to analyze from both sides.
From both sides.
She loves Ose. I can understand that. I can understand that. She loves.
No,
I can understand.
We're analyzing from what has happened to Liverpool and has also happened to Chelsea, and they've come out of it unscratched.
It is football. We said injury is part of the game, right? Now it does not make sense in any way to be hoping or be analyzing based on assuming Tottenham gets injured. What we're analyzing is based on what is available. It's as simple as that.
Okay, offside. Let me put it this way for you.
What if they lose form?
Okay, if Son or Kane, one of them gets injured,
just grasping at straws, my friend.
What do you say?
You're just grasping at straws.
Okay.
What if they lose form? Okay, no injuries. What if they lose form?
Let me put it this way, offside. Next week, Spurs play Arsenal. The following week, they play Liverpool. Those two matches, I can guarantee you, they won't win those two matches. That is me. I can assure you that those two matches, they will not win it. They either win Arsenal or they lose Liverpool, or they win Arsenal or they draw Liverpool. One of those two is gonna happen. So this defensive team Ose is playing cannot work. He has a limit of where he can work. He has a limit to how he can work. So they have a very flair player. They have runners in their team. Look at Mura, Bergwijn, Son, Harry Kane. Those are runners who can run. So sometimes Ose needs to tweak his formation a little bit. You can't be going defensive every time. It will come to instant. Those players will get tired. They'll get tired. I beg this thing don't we don't tire for this thing. We no play again. We don't dey go. If you come to instant, they will get tired because it's not entertaining to them anymore. It's not. I'm not hating Ose. I love Ose because he's a world class manager. I love Ose. We're not hating him. No one is hating Ose. If it is Pep now, I can go on Pep like 2-3 hours. I won't stop. Not because I hate my agenda against Pep is you cannot spend that kind of money and you keep giving us excuse on Europe that you can't deliver Champions League for us in Europe. For me, that's a failure for me. That's a completely failure for me. So it's different than Ose because Ose has won. He has won. So
Hello,
it's
guys.
different than Ose. Ose has won 2 Champions League already. So it's different. So Niang, you want to say something? You want to say something, Niang? You want to say something?
Hello,
You
guys.
want to?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. We've been on for quite some time. People have lost track of time.
So I think that is it for today. I think that's it for
Yeah,
today. Today match was just
there don't seem to be lights everywhere.
Hello.
And
Hi,
I'm
time
trying
has
to.
gone. Oh,
My generator has
oh,
packed up. I'm trying
I
to
was
run out of
oh.
enjoying
light.
this.
There's no light.
I think
My battery is
that's it
about
for
to run.
today. Tottenham Hotspur match is like just a fair result. You have to take it to the chin. It's normal thing. Those are the match. Those matches will happen. You have to wait till like May to see who is gonna become Premier League champion. At this moment, it's what it is. Like it happened. This kind of situation. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose matches. So this match is for me. I call it a fair result for me. It's what it is. It's a fair result. Next week we could win and go top. Then both Liverpool and Tottenham could just go there and just draw or lose. It's
We
possible.
gotta go
Very
now. The
possible.
lie.
What do you say?
That's what possible. But when you get to Mourinho, you don't remember possibility. I have to leave now, guys.
Offside. You're in love with Mourinho. You're in Mourinho. Yeah, you're
All
in love
right.
with. I know you love
Cheers,
Usyk.
bro.
I know. I know you love Usyk. I know. I'm not disputing
Uh,
that. Eh?
all
I
right,
am
no
not
problem.
disputing. All right. Peace out, guys. Peace
Yeah,
out. Peace out, guys.
Yeah.
yeah, you too. Later.
Thank you guys for showing up, guys. For the Tottenham Hotspur match. So really appreciate you guys. So probably Champions League or the Leeds United matches. Gonna come on and talk about how we feel about the matches. So as far as gonna please guys like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel. The Blue Studio at Top Plus Fresh 10 on Twitter account. So guys, like and subscribe to my channel and stay safe. See you guys next week. Bye for now. Peace, guys. Peace, guys. Peace.